The following is an AZPM original production.
Arizona Science is supported by Research Corporation for Science Advancement.
For AZPM, I'm Leslie Tolbert, Regents Professor Emerita in Neuroscience at the University of Arizona, and this is Arizona Science. Our guest today is Eve Isham, Assistant Professor in Cognition and Neural Systems, and an expert in the neuroscience of perception. Thanks for joining us, Eve.
Thank you for having me, Leslie.
I'd like to hone in on your special interest in using magic tricks and illusions to learn more about how our brains work. Magic tricks let you take advantage of what?
Magic effects are things that obviously come from the entertainment industry. However, magicians really do know how to use their intuition and knowledge to try to tap into the human mind. It could be distraction, it could be misdirection. All of this tap into the attentional process as well as humans' beliefs in free will.
So fooling our senses requires us to be attending to something different from the thing you're going to ask me about, what it is I'm supposed to be attending to.
Ooh, I have a great example of that if you would like to volunteer.
Okay.
Let's start with you just thinking of a number between 2 and 10. Do a little bit of math for me, whatever that number is, multiplied by 9. Okay, got that number? Okay, it's probably going to be a 2-digit number. So the 2 digits that you have, would you add them together for me in your head? Mm-hmm. Okay, now that you have that, please minus 5 from it. Mm-hmm. Whatever that number is, now you're going to assign it to a letter of the alphabet. If it's a number 1, assign it to the letter A. If it's a 2, it's B. 3 is a C. 4 is a D, so on and so forth. Now, use your imagination a little bit. Think of a country in Europe that starts with that letter that you just got.
Done.
And whatever the second letter of that country's name, think of an animal, a land animal that begins with that letter. Okay?
Done.
Last one, think of a color for that animal. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I were to try to guess, I would want to say one thing, but maybe you could reveal it, and then I will share with you what my prediction is. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what was your answer?
I was thinking elephant and gray in Denmark.
This was my prediction for you.
This is incredible. You have Denmark, you have a gray elephant. This is unbelievable. Now, how did you do that?
There were a couple of things that I made an assumption, but the probability of the assumptions I made were pretty high. I assumed that you knew about the countries in Europe and which starts with a D, and Denmark is the most likely. And I also made the assumption about the land animal that is only the elephant, that starts with an E. But to get there, there's a little bit of the math to get you to have to think of a country that starts with D first. This is about mental forcing in magic, but it's a misdirection, manipulating the mind of you thinking within a certain framework, within a certain context.
So if someone else had been sitting next to
mm-hmm.
me and you had asked both of us
mm-hmm.
to follow along with your commands,
mm-hmm.
would that person also have come up with elephant, Denmark?
The likelihood of that is really high. We've done this in large classroom settings, and most people, unless they had missed a step along the way, usually end up with that. Again, you probably felt this freedom of choice. You started off by picking a number, any number, and that definitely already allowing you to have that perception of free will and freedom of choice. But to get there, essentially, I'm forcing it and narrowing it down bit by bit to where you will actually end up having to choose Denmark, elephant. And the gray part is an assumption that you don't probably think about a pink elephant or a purple elephant or any other elephants. But it was the assumption that you knew the color, the typical color of an elephant.
This is absolutely fascinating. Thanks very much, Eve.
Thank you very much.
Eve Isham is a leader in researching roles that cognitive processes play in various aspects of our daily lives and how those processes can be altered under various mental states. You can listen to this and all Arizona Science conversations at azpm.org/Arizona Science. I'm Leslie Tolbert.
Thank you to Research Corporation for Science Advancement for their support of Arizona Science. AZPM podcasts are made possible in part by donations from listeners like you. Learn more at support.azpm.org. Thank you.